So it looks like Iran has decided to attack Iraq. They claim that they were attacking an Israeli spy headquarters in Kurdistan. Uh, though, is there any evidence of that? Not sure.
This conflict is growing after Iran fired missiles at northern Iraq on Monday, targeting what it says was an Israeli spy base.
NBC News Chief Foreign Correspondent Richard Engel joins us now from Jerusalem. Hi, Richard. Good morning. So let's start with what we are hearing about Iran's attack and what's been the reaction from Iraq and from the U.S.
So this was a surprising incident. It happened last night. It was first announced by the Iranian Rev Guard, which is a division of the Iranian military. It's been sanctioned by the U.S. It's been called a terrorist organization, but it is an elite force of the Iranian military. And according to the Rev Guard, they fired a ballistic missile into Kurdistan, which is an autonomous region in northern Iraq. And when the first news broke last night after midnight here, I and other journalists were shocked. We thought, what is going on here? The Iranians are firing ballistic missiles into Kurdistan. It exploded very near the U.S. consulate in an area in a wealthy area right in Erbil.
I'm curious if Iraq is going to strike back against Iran for attacking them,
Which is the largest city in Kurdistan. And it turns out that, according to U.S. officials, according to Kurdish officials, that the U.S. compound was not the target. The target was a private compound owned by a wealthy Kurdish businessman. And according to the Iranians, the reason he and his compound were targeted is that he was allegedly cooperating with the Mossad. And Iran believes that he cooperated with the Mossad to carry out an attack on the funeral or a funeral commemoration for Qasem Soleimani. If you remember,
I wonder if there actually were spies, Israeli spies. I mean, if that's the case, Israel to go to war with Iran for killing their spies.
after Christmas, there was a devastating attack in Iran that killed dozens of people when they had gathered to honor and memorialize Qasem Soleimani, a former Revolutionary Guard commander. And the Iranians have blamed the United States. They've blamed the Mossad. They have blamed many people for that attack. And the U.S. called this strike carried out by Iran as gravely irresponsible. But so far, we're not hearing many specific condemnations from the U.S. It seems like in this case, the United States is trying to stay out of it and not escalate things even further.
Richard,
It seems like things have already escalated to a point where there's probably going to be a lot of war, or a lot more war in the Middle East.
Talk about the situation in Gaza this morning. Why isn't enough aid getting in, as the UN is saying?
Well, it's very simple. The Gaza Strip is sealed off. You have 2.3 million people in Gaza who are not only under attack, most of them have been forced to live in a tiny area in the southern Gaza Strip. Many of them are living in and around the city of Rafah. Rafah is a small city. It only had a few 100,000 people living in it before